Alright, so back again, welcome to the 14th Toxic Compilation. But before we get into that, if you're going to buy anything from this game today, make sure you get it from rocketprices.com. Their link's in the description. You can pretty much get anything you want from this place that's in or has been in this game for a cheaper price that you find elsewhere or from the game itself. Made it even cheaper with a 6% off code JET at checkout. So these are pretty straightforward, just a list of games that we've played that have been extremely toxic and, you know, angry people, funny people, whatever. This is the 14th one. There's 5 games in this one. I won't waffle too much. It's pretty straightforward, and I'm sure you want us to see the reactions, what they are. On that note, there are obviously 13 other videos in this series that you can go and watch after this one if you enjoyed it. I hope you do enjoy it, and please let me know what you think. If there's any kind of controversial bits you want to talk about, I'm happy to discuss them via Toxic in the comments. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you at the end. So we start off here with a rather unfortunate game. We do lose in Rumble, and just as I thought we can see it'd be bad enough, this happened. This geezer decided to turn on his microphone and talk to me a bit here.
Shut the fuck up, you motherfucker! Shut the fuck up!
And it got worse at the end of the game. He started to continue.
Fucking son of a bitch! Go to the hell, motherfucker!
And that was that. What a first game that is to start off with. On to game 2 here. Our unfortunate 50-50 in Snow Day led to this happening. A lot of spam in the chat, and he continued, I'm not happy with the rank. And quite right, because I was on quite a bit of a loss streak here. And he's got worse and worse from here. And teammate told me to touch the ball, when I quite clearly did. I just lost the 50-50. It was a 3-on-1 in that sense. And this guy puts a ball across the box, and spam to take the shot when none of us were there. And he's absolutely fuming after none of us score. He stops playing, as you can see, and spam take the shot back as kind of making a point, but he was GG. He's not happy at all here, and they start scoring own goals like a nice person he is. I'm obviously fuming at that, as anyone would be. He then touch the ball again, which is quite hard to do when you smack it in their own net, mate, to be honest. And his reasoning for this is for centre and you miss all. And obviously whatever this is in French, I have it on the screen. I don't actually know what that means, so I have to just let you read into that one. And here's me doing a nice little Snow Day play, and my teammate obviously doesn't like what I'm doing here for some reason, but ends up us scoring. It was a great pass, so I spam thanks back at him, the little prick. Even them on the other team are spamming great pass at me. It all starts to kick off now with him. He's still putting, wow, I've lost my head at this point. I'm saying just shut the fuck up and all this. And our teammate really telling us his thoughts, wants us to shut up. I'm pretty sure that's what he's looking for us to do there with that message. But it gets weird here. He goes GC question mark, and yeah, quite obviously I am Grand Champ, given my tag. And he's saying that as if I shouldn't be Grand Champ. I make the quite obvious point. If he was playing with us instead of being a 4v2, we'd easily be winning this because the other team is shit. But no, what does he want to do? Continue scoring own goals and hitting into me, and yeah, it was going to be nearly 3-1 there. I wasn't happy, as you can see. Gets to 3-1. I'm trying to forfeit. I literally ask him why, because he's been a little melt, as you can see. I'm fuming at this point, and his reasoning is because my rotation is like gold. And bear in mind, it's all because I didn't follow up one of his chances that he's created and dropped it right underneath the bar when no one was able to read it, and calls me fucking carried. I make the point of, yeah, you're saying that, but you're so good, aren't you, mate? He then calls me a Plat 3, which is pretty insane, and actually that is quite ironic come later on in this game, you'll see later on. But I didn't figure out why he said this. He said rank Plat 3, and that I am GC in Plat 3, when I'm quite obviously not in Plat 3. It's a Diamond Snow Day here, so I don't really know what he's on about. And he's then saying that he has a problem with it. I know I'd have a problem with it too, but it's not my fault I'm in this rank. It's people like this that make him in it. And I call him an angry little virgin, and he then says he's no angry, which he obviously is angry if you're scoring own goals after one, you know, non-commit, 1 goal down. That's pretty insane. That pretty does sound like angry to me. I make the point again that it was an easy win if he just played the game. And he then comes out with Smurf is for the victim. Your guess is as good as mine as whatever the fuck that means. He then scores another own goal. I asked for OMG and forfeit. Ends up the game that did end in the end. That's the chat at the end of the game. I'm fuming. This is where it gets funny now, because he is actually Plat 3 in Snow Day, and that's the funny thing that I then dig him out for here. Telling me to go training, and I'll call him out for being a Plat 3 in a second. I let him know that I can see why he's Plat 3, and all he can do is laugh at that. He comes back with GC in Plat, but I'm obviously not in Plat, and in fact there's actually a champ on our team here for some reason. And I make that point clear. I'm Diamond 2, you idiot, I say. I don't think he had much response to that. In fact, he did. I hope you find Pussy. But it's just such a weird, and a little pig, he calls me. I reinforce the fact that I'm only here because of him, which is true, and he calls me to go train, and that was all we saw of him. Yeah, pretty rogue kid nonetheless. What a fucking melt. Right, next game. This is in hoops. I hate people like this. As you can see here, a little bit of a double commit. He stops playing, and it's like out of rage there in the top right hand corner, and it continues. As you can see, I try to get the boost here, bump into him, and this was the end for him. He packed it in after that. Now look, he stopped playing there, and I'm trying to 1v2. I did actually score to put us 1-0 up, and he started playing again, and then another little double commit here, and that was it. He was fuming after that. He completely and utterly stopped playing, spammed water save and take the shot at me, and close one and all sorts of things. Pretty much just given up. At 1-0 up, by the way, we have to remember this. We're winning the game, and he's given up because of 2 little double commits or whatever. One of them wasn't even my fault. But yeah, every time we concede now, he spams take the shot. As to say, you need to go and play on your own. I just don't get it personally. Then he comes 4-1, and he continues to spam shit at me when he's literally just never going to end this. And he won't forfeit either. I tried to forfeit, he said no, and the game did end 6-2. And as anyone would, spam shit, and he's spamming nice moves, a little melt, and again, as anyone would, really wanted to speak to him about this matter, so invited him to a party. He did join, and this is what happened. I'll let you read through it here. He calls me a ball chaser, and I'm pretty much going on him. I'm saying he's the most pathetic kid I've ever seen, and he is, because I've never seen anything like that in my life. Someone literally, a single double commit, you're willing to throw the game and will sit here for the entire 5 minutes and not play, and asked him if he's throwing because of one double. Call him a weird bloke as he is, and he had no response to that. Clearly put in his place here. I just don't understand these types of people. Why would you throw the game? You just got into a game to queue to try and win. You're going to throw after 30 seconds and 2 double commits. I just don't get it personally. So this next game isn't actually a teammate this time, it's entirely the opposition. We go 1-0 up here, and then one of them spams at his teammate great pass after 1 goal because of that, and it happens again here. In fact, it's the other way around this time. After the other guy then does it, he gets great pass, and I join in the fun trying to insult him. This then happens. One of them just gives up, starts scoring own goals, and starts pretending that it wasn't even intentional, putting sorry and shit. I hate people who do that, just forfeit and get out of the game. He doesn't know what's going on either. Yeah, we keep slamming in the goals. What a save comes flying out, and all sorts of more question marks coming out from kill to kill. And he says, what the fuck is wrong with you, lol? Quite rightly, because I don't understand why you wouldn't just forfeit and get on with the game. Also, it was at 2-0. I can understand throwing because of toxicity, but come on, at least try. After rinse him and spam close one, my teammate's not too happy with me here, but I don't give a fuck. This is what Brem comes back with. I don't give a fuck. If you're going to be salty, enjoy the loss. As I said, my teammate telling me not to be toxic. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to rattle these kids, and I continue to do so. Kill, die, kill, causing a weirdo, and Brem saying we wouldn't win anyways with you, but I mean, you didn't even try, so how are you going to know? And it goes up a level here. He said sure in response, and Brem comes out with look at your car, lol. And here's my teammate deeping it a lot here. Don't judge a book by a cover, little kid. It's really getting way too deep just for over a car insult. But yeah, it could just continue, and I tell him to both shut the fuck up because it's shit. And he comes out of his not trying, which is just an obvious response from someone who's just been battered and lost their head. And it just continues. It continues. He's saying that he's the biggest weirdo ever, and that he'd 1v1 all of us easily. It gets slightly out of hand here because he's saying that we're low GC2, and then he corrects himself to 1, but neither of those are correct. As you can see, we're high GC1, and I let him know that this is Div 4. Kill die kill calls him autistic. My teammate agrees, and it pretty much just continues throughout the end of the game here. And kill die kill turned to leave him, and that pretty much set the tone because the 2 of them did end up leaving after this, and that was that. I was hoping more would be said, but nothing was, unfortunately, as they didn't then just leave the game. So this is the last game. I always save the best till last. This is from the rank up restriction series as well, the 1v1 series. We have someone who's extremely angry here. He's 4-0 down in 50 seconds, which doesn't help his case, but as you can see, he starts to lose his head after the 4th goal. Spam what a save at himself, and as the 5th flies in, he then puts go play Fortnite with your playstyle. Don't really know what that's meant to try and tell me there, but it continues then. I make it 6-0 after his own mistake here. He's completely just cocking it up. I make it 6-0. Spams what a save at himself yet again, which I don't really know what he's trying to get at there. But he calls me lucky after his own mistake flipping off the wall here. I don't know how that can be called lucky, but there we go. I do question this because I really don't understand what he's on about. And a fake kickoff. leads him to put that in the chat, whatever that's meant to be, and then he goes, stop faking, which in all honesty is pretty ridiculous. If you want me to stop faking, just stop falling for it, mate. It's not that difficult. He does get one back, spams what a save, and then puts EZ just to top it off. I make it 9-2, give him some back, and then he comes out with this rather strange comment. Yeah, only 7-2 because your playstyle is trash. First of all, it's quite clearly 9-2, so you're wrong in that sense, and my playstyle can't be trash if I'm beating you 9-2. So two things to kind of dig him out for there. I told him to forfeit because he's trash. It's 10-3 at this point, and he comes out with, shut up, your playstyle is worse than me. Bear in mind, not worse, not you're worse than me, it's worse. Enough said on that comment. I think I don't really need to go into that one. He then adds this, when I'm trash, why am I GC then? Bear in mind, this kid is not Grand Champ at all. He also sent me a photo, and I put him out saying he's not Grand Champ. He most definitely isn't. Continues to say you're probably only 1v1. Good, I'll come back to the Grand Champ comment in a second, by the way. He said that in other modes, I am trash, which is literally the opposite of what I am. For those that know, I'm terrible at ones and better at the other modes. And I pointed him out here because I actually looked at his Rocket League tracker, and I found that he was extremely boosted. He jumped up from Champ 2 or Champ 1 in both 2s and 3s to Grand Champ without losing. That just screams boosted to me. I called him out for this saying he's boosted, and he had no response to that. He realised he was in the right, and he's been called out. I called him a little melt, and he's out of words here. He doesn't know how to respond. I've exposed him for being boosted. Trying to claim his Grand Champ is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like. I don't know why people do that when it's clear you can see if someone's boosted, and you wouldn't be losing 13-6 or something. You wouldn't concede 13 goals to a Grand Champ if you was Grand Champ. I say if it helps you sleep at night, then by all means claim it, but you're definitely not Grand Champ, mate. So there you have it. As I did mention, there are 13 other of these, so please do go and check them out if you enjoyed this. They're very similar. They're all kind of similar people and similar rage moments. I'm sure you lot will know what the standard Rocket League rage is by now. That is that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You got this far. Obviously, you watched the whole thing, so thanks for watching that. And yeah, check out the other ones, and hopefully number 15 won't be too far away. I'll see you then.